Your alarm is set for 7 a.m., but then you suddenly open your eyes in the dark, exactly 2 minutes to spare. There were no external triggers, no slamming doors, no car horns, and you certainly weren't lying there consciously tracking the minutes. Yet your brain somehow calculated the passage of time with near-perfect precision, pulling you into wakefulness without a single glance at a physical clock. This happens because your body operates its own internal timing system, called the circadian rhythm. It's a 24-hour cycle that manages everything from your internal temperature to your fluctuating hormone levels. Your body acts as a sophisticated anticipatory machine, actively prepping your systems for the day long before that alarm has a chance to ring. This timing is managed deep inside the brain by the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SCN. Hours before you wake, it triggers invisible transitions. Your core body temperature begins an upward creep. As morning approaches, cortisol spikes, preparing your body for the day's demands. The SCN keeps this timing accurate by processing light data. Specialized cells in your retina detect the first signs of morning light and send that information directly to the SCN to lock your internal clock to the actual solar day. Represents the climax of this hours-long physiological crescendo, culminating in the exact moment you transition into alertness. Your sense of alertness isn't controlled by a single switch. It's the result of two competing biological systems working in tandem. The first system is your circadian rhythm. This undulating wave moves through a 24-hour cycle, dictating peaks and valleys of alertness. The second is sleep pressure. This line climbs steadily every waking hour, representing your body's growing need for rest. You experience that effortless, natural wake-up at 6:58 a.m. only when these two distinct biological waves perfectly align. Your internal clock says it's morning, just as your sleep pressure has finally cleared. This is why you can feel exhausted even after a full night's sleep. If you wake up when these two systems are out of phase, your body remains trapped in a state of physiological conflict. Your internal clock thrives on mundane, repetitive patterns. Getting out of bed at exactly 7 a.m. every weekday trains the SCN to expect and prepare for that specific moment. But we often scramble these signals on the weekends. Staying up late and sleeping in sends confusing, conflicting timing data to the brain. This creates social jet lag. As the graphic shows, the shift between your weekday rhythm and your weekend behavior causes a massive timing gap, which is why your Monday morning alarm feels physically painful. It's important to clarify a major misconception. Waking up early isn't always a sign of a perfectly tuned biological clock. There is a significant difference between waking up refreshed at 6:58 a.m. and jolting awake at 4:30 a.m. That earlier jolt is usually the result of fragmented sleep, environmental noise, or lingering stress. When habits become erratic, the internal clock is forced to constantly second-guess itself, turning a predictable biological rhythm into a state of chronic confusion. That 6:58 a.m. wake-up serves as proof of a highly sophisticated pattern recognition system, functioning exactly as it was designed. To optimize this system, you should lock in a strictly consistent wake-up time every single day. This fixed schedule provides the anchor your brain needs to set its daily expectations. Following that, you need immediate exposure to bright morning light. This sends a definitive daytime signal, resetting your master clock for the new day. In the evenings, the opposite is true. Dimming artificial lights creates the stark biological contrast between day and night that the SCN requires to begin the sleep sequence. You can provide even more data to your master clock by keeping your meals and exercise at consistent times, allowing your brain to predict your energy needs with much higher accuracy. While an alarm clock measures when you want to wake up, your biological consistency determines when your body is truly ready to function.